All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Legend of the Galactic Heroes, episode 59.
Last episode, we had some interesting relationships develop.
Indeed.
Yeah, there was that whole thing between Ruental and the attempted murderer. Yeah,
right.
That. But then we also had all the stuff on Terra with Julian and everybody, infiltrating the place and all that stuff. And then we got focused on an archbishop who was like, haha, you stupid zealots. Yeah. And then, there's also Reinhardt may be having a history lesson, which I'm guessing will probably happen off screen. And then Oberstein was having a bad day, but he's got his dog.
I just want some kind of a scene where Oberstein just walks into his room, looks with that little stern face of his, just the dog kind of walks up. All the animation is spent on the dog. Just walk up, and just one shot of the dog like that, and the Oberstein just goes, and then the just cut. Go to another scene. Don't ever show him with the dog again. That's all I need. That's it. That's perfect. That's everything I want right there. Just we understand how you're able to keep going day in and day out, Oberstein.
Yes.
See, I misjudged Oberstein a long time ago, and now I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that, and now he is just dutiful like a dog that just never gets head pats.
Right, never appreciated, and that's why he properly appreciates how precious dogs are.
Exactly. Exactly. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get in those head pats. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Okay, after all the kinky shit we got last episode, now we're having some good old vanilla slice of life and slice of history.
Yep.
We've got cooking lessons, and we've got Kaiser
spy pies.
Exactly.
Yes.
We've got rulers and Kaiser rolls. No.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah,
I mean,
we've got...
Frederica did say that she was only good at making like sandwiches and crepes and things like that.
Yeah, kings and crepes. Yeah.
Yep. And I gotta say, I mean, Frederica,
Queens and sweets.
Your ability to cook is not where you get your value from. No worries. You don't need to play into the stereotypes or anything like that. Even though that's cool that you want to cook for Yang and everything.
The ability to rule an empire is something, but it is insignificant next to the power of a married woman with an ability to cook like a mad woman. I don't know. Basically,
trying to bring all the sci-fi references into this.
Exactly. Kazerna's wife
is officially a badass.
Yeah,
we have that established here.
Yeah.
But I will say, Frederica, eggs are not that hard.
No.
You can cook them in a microwave in a glass jar. Just put them in.
Don't ever do that.
They come out terrible, but you can do it. Just put it in for 2 minutes and it's done. But when she was like, I can't even cook eggs, I was like,
this is a problem.
All right, I wasn't sure if we were going to be going with the whole anime trope of the person that just for the life of them they can't cook to save their life, But then I was like, all right.
But to be fair, Jacob, it is very easy to make eggs that aren't good.
Yes.
So it is not about whether or not you can cook the eggs. It's about whether or not you want to eat the eggs you just cooked.
Exactly. Appetizing eggs, but at the same time, like if you can't cook eggs without like burning them or something, I don't know, then oh boy. But also in the military, the sandwich would be basically your staple.
Yeah,
that would be what you would do.
It's durable.
It's durable.
Able to
it's
be
mobile
kept for at least a day, I would say, probably without completely being ruined.
And it's adjustable based on however much you need, and that makes
you don't have to
a
eat
lot
it all
of sense.
At once.
Yep, that is true.
You,
that is true.
Can put anything inside it. Theoretically,
and also if it's any consolation, Frederica. Now, Yang, I don't think would be the kind of person to complain or be picky with his food, regardless.
No.
But also, he is coming from such an extreme bachelor lifestyle.
Yes.
I don't think he's ever had food that was specifically prepared for an individual meal. So,
Yeah, like honestly,
you can't fail.
Yeah, honestly, in a lot of ways, like their awkward little bumbling thing of trying to fit into some kind of traditional home lifestyle.
Let's do cooking lessons,
Yeah, is so cute.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
because
let's throw a neighborhood barbecue in while we're at it. Like,
right. And even though they would have like 12 soldiers that would have to be there that couldn't eat. That would be hilarious, though.
And they did will you have some coffee and get the most, what was the
most conceited soldier.
Conceited soldier. I love it because
the kid probably doesn't know what conceited means. Just pick the one that was closest outside the door.
Yeah,
but
he had a funny look on his face.
She's like trying to appeal to her husband and be like, hey. Yeah. You want to mess with a soldier with me? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Fun.
Like, like that'd be the best.
She set out 5 cups. What was she thinking in the first place?
Yeah, there was only one soldier, and I don't think you were going to give coffee to the 2 children, right?
No, no, I think
maybe,
she was.
Maybe.
I think that's the point. Maybe some of them were tea, because I think there's a little
those
bit
are all
of
coffee.
Yeah, I guess so. But maybe them.
Just get the kids used to their drink. But man,
proud.
Like, I don't know what I would do in this kind of situation, right? Because I am definitely not military, material or anything like that, right? But in this kind of situation, I would like to think that I would absolutely be one of the people to be like, hey, you want some bacon? Like something like it's like the people that go up to the Buckingham Palace guards and like try and do stuff to get them to break their like.
I don't know what it is, but like I don't have the no, I do, okay. But it's in different ways.
Well, if the guards were keeping you under house arrest or some equivalent, then would you?
Yeah, maybe.
To half mess with them, half try and get to know them to make the time easier for everybody. Right?
I like trolling people when they're coming into my house, basically.
Sure, yeah.
But if they're at their house working their job at their service place or what have you, no.
Yeah, be respectful.
Let them do
be
their
respectful
dang thing.
Even with the trolling.
Yeah,
of course.
You don't even know like what they could be going through.
Definitely.
This captain here, he's dealing with Lennenkampf.
Yeah.
And he's like, gang could be doing all kinds of seditious things to the Galactic Empire.
By the way, sir, they told me to bring you this eclair they made specifically for you. It could be poisoned.
No, it could be a bomb.
Did you run that through the sensors?
We don't have sensors, sir. How do you think that Reinhardt had a gun get into his...
Not a gun. A missile launcher.
Bazooka.
Yeah, right.
God, I'm in such a goofy mood right now. Okay. But serious talk, though. Reinhardt getting a little bit of look at the past Kaisers and seeing what
important.
Led to their rise and their fall is important because a couple of them seemed to have basically not just the dynasties that they led for a lot of short periods of time, for a lot of them, led to them and their entire just family just being just blotted out from existence. So yeah, Reinhardt, maybe this will motivate him a little bit to be like,
right,
I should maybe think about family, or not like him getting married or anything like that, but like maybe reaching out to his sister,
Well, sure. Yes, that too.
That's probably...
I feel like it's something where, at this point, Reinhardt has made it here on the whole thing of I'm a golden god, right? I'm burdened with glorious purpose, right?
I mean,
but
also his just brain. He's,
no, yeah. But
that makes him sound conceited in a kind of airhead way,
right? He has the chops to go along with it, right? To follow up on that kind of mentality, right? He has the extreme competence for the extreme confidence.
Yes.
Now, there came a point where that extreme confidence actually got him in trouble, and if not for some clever thinking and quick acting on behalf of his underlings, he would have died. He would have lost everything. Now he's in a situation where he has it all, right?
Right.
The extreme confidence has gotten him to this point. Now the extreme confidence can kind of only do him bad, right? Like it's not
really.
Well, okay, not entirely, but maybe the one of the ways that he could now learn in this situation is, okay, there have been Kaisers before. Let's add a dash of I'm just like them. I'm not necessarily any different. What were the faults and what were the things that caused them to slip up, right?
Yep.
Because I'm in this situation. I grabbed the bull by the horns. I seized the universe. Cool.
Yep.
What do I do now? Right. And because he's in a situation that in a lot of ways no one's ever really been in before. Because even when the empire existed, it was either something that people inherited so they didn't properly appreciate, or it was something where, you know, the Alliance ended up coming along, and then it wasn't like the full galaxy, right? Golden Bomb is probably, or Rudolph is probably the closest comparison he has, right?
Yeah.
And things didn't go too well for him.
No.
So, you know,
to say the least.
No.
He is one that everyone looks back on as being one of the best Kaisers in you know the Galactic Empire's history and stuff. But actually, Reinhardt, you could be everything he is
and more.
Way more,
so
way
much more
because of how young you are, of also how much success you've had with in some ways so little, in a weird way of looking at it, because of his underlings, basically because of his admirals. He could actually take this into the multiple generations time, but he does need to actually think about that, and thus his words, his ideology, basically who he is, would have a serious potential of being passed on. Because while we're seeing the family dynamics of the the Alliance, Fokir, the Kazurns, and the Yangs, well, for one, in an interesting way of looking at it, Yang and Frederica, they don't.
Yeah, we can't call her Greenhill anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
don't have kids. So Yang and who he isn't necessarily going to be passed down, and also since he's not in a leadership position in general, it's not going to be passed down. And the difference, though, with with Reinhardt is that he does have those that are he's in position above, but they all view him through the lens of that. So there's only so much he can really pass down.
Yeah, like he could try and do something where it's like, okay, Ruental, you do seem like the most competent of all the people here, and I get the feeling you're going to try and take my position anyway. So let's cut the fluff. Let's actually work on getting you set up to be the next ruler. Something like that.
Oh God,
right?
I think he would actually do that.
No way.
No, Ruental's so neurotic and so mentally unstable.
Yeah, Ruental has a ton of issues that mean that he would not be able to bear the mantle that Reinhardt is bearing right now. But
because he sees the act of going for it as
being the true value. Right.
And thus he can't help but worship Reinhardt a little bit, because Reinhardt actually did it. Went for it. Succeeded.
Way younger than
him. With a lot of things that in some ways could have made it difficult. Or not more difficult, but just really difficult. So
But Reinhardt, you do need to think about the future of this new empire you've formed, because right now this is a single generation flash in the pan if it ends with you. So you need to work on that. Like very soon. Pronto. Yeah.
So this could be basically the moment where he goes to Oberstein, or Oberstein summons Oberstein, and he's like, "Yeah, what is it?" And he's like,
"I've been thinking about what you said."
I was like, "I would like to set up a means by which I would be, open for the idea of marriage." And he's like, "Oh, thank God! I mean, yes,
of course, I'm glad. What a wonderful idea, Your Majesty.
You always are the pinnacle of wisdom and intelligence." God, I'm in such a goofy mood right now.
You are. You really are.
This was a really wholesome, sweet episode.
I feel like it was a bit of a calm before the storm.
I do feel like it is basically something that Lennenkampf is unintentionally poking Yang, and didn't basically get enough intel from what caused him to be. Like, they should have brought a psych profile of some kind from what happened with the Alliance upper command.
Right. Well, yeah, the whole fact that they're in this situation is because Yang didn't go against the Alliance.
Yeah, seriously. So I wonder how much the Empire actually knows about Yang's dealings with the Alliance's command back then. Because if they don't know that much, then it would be kind of funny to see history repeat itself in a flipped kind of way, where it's the Empire poking at Yang for literally zero reason of present circumstances.
Well, and one of the things, I mean, I know there are a ton of reasons why this wouldn't work, and it's me just more saying like something that's the opposite of what's happening right now. Like what's happening right now, it's the thing that makes the most sense, and it's Lenin Kampf that's probably just putting undue pressure on it. But imagine if they let Yang still be kind of like the hero of the alliance, shall we say? But they basically just the Empire, right?
Oh, okay.
They let him sort of have a bit of that public eye and things like that, but they controlled what he said so that way it was specifically putting out a message that would keep the alliance docile.
That seems like a Kessler move, like a really smart, really like spy network, really information control, like.
Well, yeah, like because the fact that like Yang is only having an issue here because he's starting to feel the bars on the cage. He's like, my pension was cut. What the hell?
Yeah.
This was my life goal right here, right? Like why would you take this away from me? You know?
We're chained to the paycheck. In some ways, maybe even like saying something that the captain could legitimately go and be like, wait a minute.
Chained to the paycheck. Did we? What happened to Yang's paycheck?
Yeah.
You know?
Hold on. It's like, guys, did Yang receive any kind of money deposit or anything like that in the last, since we've taken over? Oh, yeah, his pension came in. Okay, can you give me the detailed report on that?
Right.
And it's like, oh, it was slashed 40%. Wait, what? Why? Yeah. Why did you do this?
Keep him like Admiral. He is an Admiral, but keep him like Admiral. Like fat and happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Lazing on the floor.
Exactly.
You know? Like
seriously. I think that one of the things that could legitimately happen here is that Yang goes back to war again because of finances. Like literally because he's unable to.
And he didn't feel like writing a memoir.
Yeah. But honestly, like if they are keeping certain levels of his activity and distribution of any kind of things that he touches hampered that much, he probably wouldn't be able to publish that.
Sure.
They wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
Unless they had like pre-approved it, which means they probably would.
And then they'd be like, "Oh, sorry, you need to change these things or whatever." And then it's like, "Oh, that's the
And
point."
then again, that makes him feel the bars.
Right.
But the second part is, I wonder actually if he can get just any job. You know?
Yeah, like imagine
what kind of things would they allow him to do?
Right. It's like I want to work at the local grocery store. It's like well, okay, but we'll need to have 2 guards making sure that you're not like slipping anything to customers or I don't know.
Right. It's the kind of thing of where they should be providing him probably the equivalent of like a stipend, some kind of deposit thing to be like,
it is in the vested
you don't need to leave
interest.
your house.
Just do nothing. In fact, we're going to start giving you shipments of like really like high fat food, to just keep you like in the sort of a general like brain fog,
vegetative state.
Yeah. Get him some like biscuits and gravy and stuff like.
The funny thing is that if it is a thing where they were worried about him getting too much money at once with his pension, just say like you can only withdraw this amount per
but it's
month.
Still yours, so it's
we're not going to take it away. We're just going to be like, you can't have it all at once.
Right,
I don't know what they can do, but I love that it could be something that's that simple that starts the ball rolling.
Oh, again. I know, and it's perfect for Yang. I feel like because he's very petty in his own way. Right, there are the little things that he cares about, much like a cat, right? And it's
lazy.
Right, he's lazy, and
I know what that's.
Yeah, and it's I like things my particular way. I want to be able to, when you open the door, stand there for 20 seconds, and I want to know that you will hold the door open for that amount of time while I debate whether I'm going to go outside or not. And with those guards sitting out there with their rifles, I really don't feel like they're comfortable with me just taking my time of debating whether I'm going to go outside or not, And I don't like that. So, rebel. Viva la resistance. I don't know.
My God.
But yeah, this was a fun breather episode. I'm a bit worried about Kazerne's daughters because the fact that he had them send a message, even though they didn't know it, that's concerning.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with this increased surveillance security thing that they're going to be putting around Yang.
Yep.
If they attempt this again, I feel like it's not that the kids are in direct danger, but it's in that there could be a moment where they just decide, just take one of the parents. Oh,
Sure.
we assume it's the husband, so we'll just take him.
Yeah.
And he's just gone.
Also,
Like that could literally happen. That would be the thing I think that would set Yang and be like, oh well, that's it. No,
right. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But like, imagine if
best friend.
they both leave the house at one point, and then they come back and they don't know it, but the house has been completely bugged. Like, they're lucky that it's only the phones that are tapped.
Really,
You know,
really
like-
lucky. It might just be a resources thing where they're like, oh, it's just impractical because at the very least, the main thing is them sending, stuff outside the house.
Sure, but it could also just be the whole, old sci-fi stuff. They get a fax of the slashed pension.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay.
But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Yes, info in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see it there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.